Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurrect Autos HQ. Today guys, we are continuing with this Ford Fiesta. I've got loads of service parts down there you can see, and the discs and pads are over there as well. So we've got all that to sort out, plus I managed to get some parts in colour for this car. So it was a bit of a nightmare yesterday. You know, I had to travel out and I had to go, I think it was a 5-hour round trip to go and pick these parts up. But in the long run, I think it's worth it. It sort of took, like I said, it took me 5 hours yesterday, and it probably cost me about 35, 40 quid in diesel, to be honest with you, because that truck, once you stick it in cruise control, you know, and stick it on 60, it's such an easy drive. It was a nice drive out, but I had to drive all the way to Kings Lynn in Norfolk to go and pick it up. So it's just one of them things. I thought it'll save us in the cost of repainting it, you know, getting the inside of the doors painted and all that palaver. So I found them in colour, yeah. So I'll show you those in a minute, guys. What else was going on yesterday? Took the white Fiat 500 for an MOT. That passed, so that's all good. So that's going up for sale this week as well. What else? Oh, I have a giveaway coming up next week, which is a little bit of a... it's all right. It's just, you know, it's just basically what happened. A company got in contact with me and said, look, could you do a review of one of our products? And I do get quite a lot of messages and people asking me to do stuff and bits and pieces. And I thought I only really do it if I can show it on the channel and obviously use it myself, plus get a free one to give away for you guys. And most of the time, the companies don't agree and they sort of just, yeah, no, we can't give you two. But this company did give me, you know, they did agree to give me the two, one for me, one for you. So yeah, we've got a giveaway going up next week, guys. It's a battery charger for the car batteries, and I think it's 8 volt to 12 volts. So it does quite a lot of sort of battery charging, really. It'll be helpful for me, and it'll be helpful for one of you guys as well. So next week, I'm probably gonna do like a Q&A, a live Q&A, and we'll do a draw for that product. I'll do the review next week, and then I'll work out a day when we're going to do the live draw. Yeah, so that's coming up as well. So yeah, I've got some bits and pieces happening, but for now, let's jump into this video. Let's stop all the waffling and let's crack on and let's do this. Right, guys. So yeah, as I was saying, I've got all the service parts and the brakes and discs and pads for this car. Oil, Ford. It's not, I don't think it's original Ford, but it's decent stuff. So, yeah. Discs and pads are obviously going to be the cheapest ones, but at least they're changed and they're brand new. So, yeah, it's definitely better worth changing these than it was leaving those old crappy ones on. Yeah, like I said, they're not the, you know, the most expensive ones by any means, but they are changed. So yeah, I've got all the filters, all the oil filters, air filters. Is that the fuel? Yeah, that's the fuel filter. Yeah, that's the fuel filter. So we'll whip that over as well, put that in there, new one. So yeah, get on with that. What else we've got to do? Oh, I'll show you the parts I got. Look, check this out. There we go. Yeah, so wing, passenger door, back door, and yeah, they're all in really good condition. You know, there's not really, I'm trying to find any scratches on it, and I'm struggling to find any sort of marks. These are just dirty marks that's going to come off. There's probably that there, if anything. So what I'll probably do is just go over it with a cut and a polish, and then just polish all the parts. This door come with a glass, so I'll just leave that in there. Won't mess about with that. But this one, he took out the glass because What he's saying is I think it was, it come with like tint, like the one I've got. It's got a tint, and he said that he takes the glass out the back because they fetch more money when they're tinted than they're not tinted. So yeah, I'll have to swap the glass over the one I've got. But apart from that, it's just a case of quite a quick swap, really. I have got a mirror already, and I've got a cover in colour, so we'll put that on as well. And might have to change the handle. I wasn't sure whether or not the handles are the same. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, see, they're not quite the same, but this one's a bit scuffy. Look, I might be able to polish that out, to be honest with you, but you can tell there's like a line going through, and it's got a button for. Yeah, this one's the same. Look, it's got like a line going through the middle. So I'll have to change these handles over, I believe. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, because otherwise it won't match the other side. Yeah, so I'll whip them over and change them as well. I think there's like a little grub screw here in there. You take that off, the little cap off there, and you've got a grub screw, and it releases the handle. But we'll do that in a minute. Yeah, but really decent condition, to be honest with you. And like, you can imagine that, I think the guy was going to charge me, the painter was going to charge me £400 to paint that side. A little bit on the bumper, the wing, the two doors, and the little bit on the quarter. £400. And I just picked up the wing, the two doors, in colour, 150 quid. So, yeah, 150 quid. I know I had to travel for it. You know, I understand all that. You know, it's not like it was around a corner. I had to go a 5-hour round trip. It was like 120 miles there, 120 miles back. So it's quite a long way. But I just think in the long run, it's worth it now. We can just crack on with the car, get it all swapped over, get it all back on. Yeah, and get this one at you know, a much better place. I still think there's something wrong with these sensors. I think there's a fuse that's gone, to be honest with you, because the actual switch inside the car, there's a switch that turn off the sensors on and off. That switch is not even lighting up. So I believe there's a fuse. I might have to get one of those, you know, those fuse readers you put, like prongs, you put on the fuse to test to see if it's blown or not. I might have to get myself one of those decent ones. And we'll look into those sensors, guys. But for now, let's crack on. Let's start swapping these bits and pieces over. Let's start with the brakes. Let's get all that sorted out first. Get the service parts done, and then we'll whip these doors off. This one first, then that one, and then the reverse, put it back on. That one, then the wing. So, yeah, let's crack on. Let's do this. Right, so there we go. That's the discs and the pads all fitted and all done. Did put some copper grease on the ends of the pads, on the corners. It's good stuff, this is. Got a big tin of it. So that's all sorted. We're going to move on to the service parts next, guys, as well. So get all that sorted out as well. We'll change all that over. But this part of it is done and sorted. So yeah, really good that it's got discs and pads now. Looks so much better, so definitely needed doing. Right, let's set you up, guys. Let's move on. Let's crack on. Let's get this service done, and then we can move on to the side wing, 2 doors. So let's do this. Right, guys, so I'm working on this fuel filter, and as you just saw there, I'll put the top on top of the new filter, which is down here. And when you're refitting these filters, you should fill them up with some diesel. So what I did was I siphoned some diesel out of the car through the fill-up cap at the back. And yeah, so you put a nozzle over there and then just fill this up until it starts coming out. It's full up. So as it goes it's full up and it starts coming out, it's level, and then that's when you put it back into the car. So that part's done. Let's get it back into the car. Hopefully this works, because I've never done one of these filters before. All I've done was look up online and yeah, had a scene how to sort of take them off and refit them. So this is what they say you do: fill up with diesel, refit it. It should just prime back up and sort of work. So yeah, I'll do that, and then fingers crossed that this actually runs. But it's diesel, so I don't know. So let's crack on, guys. Let's get this on, and let's get the rest of the parts done. The service oil filter as well, and air filter, and then oil. So let's do it. Right, that is the oil filter done. Yeah, you can see it just down there, and then that needs doing up to 25 Newton meters. But I had to take it back out and redo it, because this is the old one, and you can see this little sticking out bit. This filter needs going in first, and you find where that little sticking up piece there, where that sits, and you can feel it sort of just fall in a little bit. So the filter goes in first, and then the cover goes after, and then when you're doing it up, it locks into place. So yeah, I put the filter inside the housing and then put it in on the first time, which was wrong. So yeah, that's all done now, right? That's all in and done up tight. So that's all good. So let's move on, guys. Let's do the air filter, air box, oil. So let's crack on with that, and let's move on. So let's do this. Right, okay guys, so that is it. All the oil's done. Fuel filter, airbox, air filter, fuel filter, oil. So let's see if it can crank over. It has got, there isn't a pump because it's a diesel, so there's no point priming it. You've just got, I think you've just got to start it and see if it will crank over. So let's give it a go. This might take a bit. Oh, that was cool. Straight away, more or less. And I think that's because I filled it up. I filled the fuel filter up with fuel first. So well, that's good. Cool. That's that done. Let's turn her off. Try again, just to make sure. Yeah, straight up. So there we go. That's the service done on this car, and the discs and the pads are done as well. So let's move on to these doors. I'll go around. I'll set you up, guys. Let's start getting this side off and have a look at that. Yeah, so let's do it. Right guys, that's the first one off, and we've just got to do the back one. So with this, there was just a clip that holds these 3 plugs in, and you just, like a plastic rubber, pull the rubber off, and then you've got these clips, little top of the clips. You just unclip them, and all 3 of them come out. We had the internal bracket that goes there, which was this one here, that holds the bracket on, and that was a T40 star bit, so that took that off. And then it was just the 4 bolts on the hinges, just 10mm bolts, 4 of those, took those off, and the door just come off. So pretty easy and quick, really, to be honest with you. So let's go for the next one. Again, you can see there's like a rubber thing around it that needs to come off first. And then pull the blocks, the electrical blocks out, and then you've got the 4 bolts on the hinges again, and that should just lift off. So yeah, I'll set you up again. Let's crack in. Let's get this one off, and just see where we are, and then I can have a good clean around this car. Once this door's off, I want to clean all this this car up because it's filthy, and yeah, just want to clean it all up. So, but let's get this one off anyway. Let's do it. So there we go, guys. That is the doors off, and I've wiped it all around and cleaned it all up as well. So yeah, pretty quick, pretty easy. What's going to take the time is swapping the glass over on this back door. Got to take the panel off. Yeah, so that might take a little bit of time, but let's get the doors hanging for now. Get them on, get them in place, get everything lined up, and then all the other bits and pieces can be swapped over afterwards, like the door handles, the glass, and stuff like that. So let's carry on. Let's get these doors on. Let's line them up, and yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's go for it. Right, guys, that's it. The back door is on. All the wires been put back in, the connectors and all that in there. The hinges have been put back in place. I've lined up this here as well, so this lines through. I haven't shut the door yet because, as you can see, I took the handle off. So yeah, there's a little cap on the inside that goes on here. You pull that cap off, and then inside you can just see it. It's like a little silver bracket. It's a T20 Torx bit. It just goes inside, and you can see the screws there. You just put it in there, just keep undoing it, and then it will release this part of the handle. This comes off, and then you grab that part of the handle, pull it towards you and to the right, and it pops out this little thing, and that's it. That's the handle done. So I'll whip off the other one, the other door, which is over here. I'll whip this off quickly, same sort of thing, screwdriver in there, and that should undo it. I'll take this off and I'll put it on the door. I'll leave the glass for a minute, but I just want to get the handle on, just so that I can shut the door. If I ain't got a handle, so I need to shut the door to make sure everything lines through. So I'll go and take the handle off. I'll get that on there, I'll shut that door, and then we'll get this door on and line them through and have a look, see what they look like. So yeah, let's carry on, guys. Let's do it. So guys, there we go. It's the two doors, and I've just plonked the wing on place just to see what it looks like. But yeah, absolutely spot on, perfect. Yeah, the colour match is really good, obviously, because obviously it come off the same car. So yeah, I have got a little issue with the doors. I think I tried the lock. I've changed this handle, you can see. I just need to change this one over. But I think I might have to do the loom as well. So I might have to pull out all this wiring and then disconnect it from here and put the other one from the other door back in place. It's just not, for some reason, it's not locking. So yeah, I've got to play around with that. could probably just take this door card off. I don't know, actually. I might have to pull these wires out and just connect it, because it hasn't got a key lock on it, so it shouldn't really matter when it comes to the actual locking mechanism itself. But I don't know if these wires may be different on different cars. I don't, you know, this door didn't come off exactly the same year, exactly the same model, exactly the same spec. It just didn't come off that kind of car, because it's I was lucky to get it in colour as it was. So I'm thinking about sort of, yeah, I might have to swap this wiring over and see if that does it. I'll have a look online as well, see if I can find any videos. But I think best practice really is just to swap all the stuff over from the other door into this door. Then it kind of rules out that there's a problem with the wiring, there's a problem with the locks and anything like that, because all the other stuff is swapped over. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, guys. So, yeah, let me set you up and we'll go for it again. We'll probably do this handle, get the door card off that side. We'll swap the wiring loom off. I'll take the wing back off just for now, whilst we just get these doors sorted out. And let's carry on for a little while. It's getting hot today, really, really hot. Whew, it's baking in here. It makes it so hard working this weather. It's nice to have the heat whilst we can, because obviously from now on I think the weather's going to start turning. It's going to start getting a bit colder, so it's going to be a little bit more yeah, not very nice to work in. But anyway, that's enough waffling, guys. Let me set you up, let me crack on, and yeah, let's do this. Let's go for it. Okay, guys, just a quick update, let you know what's going on. So basically, the wiring looms for the doors are different, both ends as well, not just one end. They're different. So yeah, I'll show you. As you can see, the grey one, the purple one ain't been used on both, but on the grey one, you can see that they're different connections. So yeah, that's at one end, and at the other end you've got this that goes into the lock, and they're different as well. So it looks like I had to take off the whole door card, including the lock, which is what I've done now. I've had to take the handle back off, because on here you'll see a little screw here. That's what's holding the actual lock in place, as well as these three here. So once you undo these three and that screw on the handle, this just comes out. Let's see if I can pop it out like that. And then the whole thing comes out like that. So yeah, I'll swap it over for the original one that was in the other door, and then wire it all back up, and hopefully that'll be it. So yeah, bear with me. Let's put it all back together and let's try it. Let's give it a go. So yeah, let's do this. Right, okay, so getting somewhere. Door card's back in place. That lock, the original lock, is back in place, all been bolted up. The handle's back on. The glass is in. So that's in place, so that's good. All bolted up. Still got some trims to put on here and around the outside as well. But yeah, all the wiring's been put back in place. So that's good. So really, I want to try and the locks to see if it does actually lock the car. It's not going to lock. It's not going to lock this one, but I need to try to see if it will lock this one. So let's give it a try. Wicked. Yeah, and as you can see, that's not. See, I've got to change all the card on that one. So, but at least this one. Yeah, you can hear it locking as well. Okay, that's good. It just takes time, doesn't it? It just takes time swapping all over. If it was just a case of just putting the door on and then plug it in and away you go, it would have been perfect. But it is what it is. It happens. So, yeah, just got a few more trims to put around this one here. The door card to put back on. And then, yeah, it's getting there, guys. But then I've got to do this one. So yeah, take this door card off, swap out all the electrics and that sort of thing. I've still got to do the mirror anyway, so I've had to take this door card off anyway because to get to the mirror wiring. So I think so anyway. Or does it come through there? Don't know now. Whether or not it comes through. I think it just comes through there and down there somewhere. Anyway. Wow, that was a long day. So I'm going to call it there. That's it. That is going to be the end of today's video. But it's definitely getting there, guys, with these panels. The brake pads and discs were done. The service was done. And, yeah, it's moving along. So, yeah. So, guys, like I was just saying, that's going to be the end of today's video. Yeah, thanks for all the support. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Drop me a comment if you've got anything to say on today's as well. And I'll see you on the next one.